It's been long since I did this. Can you visibly see my growth? No, not yet, not yet. I am yet to become a little tad bigger. Lose some body fat percentages. And that requires work which I've been avoiding as of very lately. And in a week, I just had my bed rot session. It's 1:20 a.m. midnight, past midnight now, and my bed rot session started from 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I felt so shitty because I just didn't want to study anything but study. But since that went downhill, I knew so strongly before I was gonna crash on my bed that where this would eventually lead me to, the doom scrolling. The gut feeling, it just never goes wrong, but my stomach was full. I just had my lunch and I didn't wanted to concentrate on a thing for an extended periods of time, and that felt like I mean, this is the thing about discipline that people always like to tell you. You don't always necessarily like the things that you do. But this is exactly where I will like to come in and be like, objection, Your Honor. I don't know why I raised the pitch of my voice. But I'd intervene and say, you can never outwork a person who does this for fun. And maybe I'm trying to find the fun in studying. And today was not my best and modest attempt. I'd agree to it. My sleep is, it's bad. It's pretty. For the past 3 weeks or 2 weeks or so, I've been sleeping at 4 a.m. That, and it's always the disturbed sleep because I have to be in the class at 8 a.m. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to maintain my attendance, henceforth cannot appear for the tests. So given that, it's like broken sleep. And then in the class, in the lectures, obviously, I just go there for the attendance. I sleep. I doze off. And I would be fortunate if the teacher wouldn't spot me sleeping or just catching a nap. And that is 90% of the cases. I very strategically align myself that I'm not visible to the teacher, or per se sleep very, you know those tricks, right? It feels like, it appears like you're studying, but like and then I come back from the class. I am supposed to attend postings. I'm skipping the postings in this name of having to study for internals, and my posting is down by at 12% attendance. Ops gynae posting. So, how is the life, you ask? See, the thing is, till 4, if I were to study till 4 in the morning, I actually would have gotten something done at least. But I just feel so guilty of staying up all night that this is the time I should be asleep. This is the time I should be asleep. I can't let this roll. I drown myself in that feeling and I just scroll away, or probably I would engage myself in other meaningful content, but that isn't of help in my immediate future for my second internals that are coming ahead in a week of my second year of medical school. So it's insane that I always end up here. I've been journaling since 2020. Like, I haven't been consistent, but I just happened to find my diary that I've been journaling. I From the 2020, the only problem there was procrastination. Daily, I used to open it. I journal, especially when I feel so shitty or like a profound epiphany had hit me in the head. And those are the only times I journal. Other times, I'm just like too happy to even open this damn book. Not like it helps, honestly. Not like it helps daily to journal, but like on your lowest points or the highest of the highs, it's nice to keep your thoughts under control and not make any reckless decisions per se. I don't know, whatever helps. Whatever you're trying to cope. At least my methods of coping are healthy when it comes to journaling and not doom scrolling, which I was actively involved in today. But on the bright side of things, I actually feel like I've gotten more resilient to it because earlier, if I did one day of doom scrolling, I would eventually stretch it for a week, telling, this is it. This is what my competency level is. You are never going to succeed with this. You are never going to make the money that you would want to make with such shitty habits at place. But after the session, actually, the sessions ended at it was intermittently ended for me to go grab my dinner at 7:30, and I did get up. I did eat healthy. Like today, I have been clean eating for a while, but I've been clean under eating, if that makes sense. My protein goals aren't reached, calories severely restricting because I'm again falling back to my bad old anorexic wala habits. Not really proud of them, but I was quick to recover this time. That's what I'm trying to say. I woke up and be like, I woke up and was like, you always stress so much about living the present. This is the present. You're done with the scrolling now. The present is you are to go to the gym. I was supposed to go to the gym, but it was already 7:30, and by the time I would be back, it would be pretty dark outside. Women. So I was like, okay, anyways, might as well skip it and just do some home workouts, I guess. Which I didn't do, obviously. And given that it's 1:30 now, and I have a program to attend to, a family program, which is kind of important that I am to be present for my family there. I am to attend that early. So again, I will not be getting my sleep. There's something called sleep anxiety, and I think I have it. I think. But it also means that I am a doctor in training. So whatever it is, I will tell, I think, out of pure misinformation or under information or the information on fucking reels, dude. I'm practically prescribing, and it is kind of legit to think about coming that from a doctor, but let me be a full-fledged doctor before I completely take responsibility of somebody's health, mine included. But given that that is what is up, I film such shit. I put a camera on my face, which is not even presentable. I am such a oiled up. I look like this. And that light is overpowering, which I am supposed to correct in color correction before posting. I'm too lazy again. But this is what I really want to do, honestly. I was scrolling through my account today on Instagram, And I was viewing it in a way that any person who would, just gotten to know about my existence would like to know about. And gosh, it seems so perfect. It seems as if like I've really got shit together, but I'm breaking apart, and I'm not sad about it, honestly. I know this very moment I can get back to it, and I'm not really as depressed about it and taking it and letting it consume me entirely as before. I'm handling it more maturely and more like a adult. I should stop cussing. Handling it like an adult. Oh my god. The mosquitoes. So many mosquitoes, I tell you. So many. And you will forever see me complaining about mosquitoes until you are here. But I really wanted to diversify my content because my friend, a close friend of mine, he is especially bugging me that he watches all my videos. Like, I tell him, just like, even I know it's purely talking videos and nobody is as interesting because he knows me through and through, inside out, what I am and what I am not. Maybe this might sound interesting to a person who is just like getting to know me, but to him it's like, Shreya, you just yap. I don't like you yapping. And I'm like, just for the watch hours, dude. Just throw your phone somewhere or mute it, let it be it on play. But just complete the watch hours for me, please. But besides that, I really want to take. See, when I go back and see my content, it really fills me up with, damn, I used to be so creative. I've just stopped trying altogether. All the kind of videos that are in place right now, I never envisioned it to be in the kind, like when I was sitting down to edit, I never thought that such a coherent video would fall into place. It just so happened because it just so happened, and just so I let everything just roll by like that, and I do not have a structure. Content creation takes a more time than I'd like to, and maybe that is why I also put this off for later. And when the later comes, I am to attend to tasks that are higher up in hierarchy than content, like my degree deadlines. And I entirely forget about content until I'm depressed and doom scrolling again. And then consume content and be like, hey, I used to do this. And then I can get back on track. It's kind of, I'm a grown adult now. I do not have to even tell you that I'm just a lousy teenager just figuring life out. No, figuring life out is you will, even the 80-year-old will be figuring life out because technology is new. There is always something new to your generation or whatever be it. When I think I'll be 80, I would have my grandkids teaching me AI, or maybe it would come before than that. But this is what is up. Gym progress has stagnated. It's not hitting the same, Earlier, I used to be filled with rage, anxiety, pain, all the negative emotions, and that were primarily fueling my sessions. And I was legit, I could tell you, that's why I could see some solid gains. And now I'm like, just so happy and at peace with my life. I know there are some boulders, some pitfalls on the way. It never should be linear. At least that's exactly what the influencer gurus would like to tell you to feel better about yourself. But everything has its learning curve. And right now, I'm learning not to feel as guilty about the habits that I kind of indulged in and just move on and not spoil tomorrow's day given my today's habits, that I was supposed to do this, but I kept it for longer, and my whatever it is that I was supposed to do today isn't at par with the kind of schedule I had laid down myself before starting to get to work. Everything has a learning curve. I just said that 5 seconds ago. Mm. At this point, I'm simply dragging the video, I feel. I thought I'd keep this like a short, little sweet kind of intro, and this would go to some other thing that I will probably be doing. But no, Shreya, no, you just have to be lazy. There will come a time. There will come a time when I'd be aesthetically posting and my face would look better, more dressed up, I guess. But some of you guys would like to call this authentic content with no filters and not. I mean, like, bullshit, bro. I'm just too lazy. If I could, I would want to beautify my videos. But when the peak thoughts are running in my head, that's not the time when I sit down, adjust the lighting, adjust my face, put in time to look more presentable. When I do all of those things, the thought would have just been evaporated and I would have forgotten what I'd wanted to say. This is where life is at right now. After a week, when I am on the roll of second internals, I would be a mess with who would be running on 2 hours of sleep. But for the week that is coming, I will not sabotage it by telling myself over and over and over again that I haven't completed the allotted syllabus and just roll with it. Honestly, whatever is to happen is meant to happen. If I am failing a subject, I am failing a subject. I did first internals pretty good, but pharma went a little, because I had skipped CNS altogether, which is important, but still I borderline failed. I failed by 2 marks. I mean, in order to compensate for it, I have to score pharma really well this time. But I kind of topped in patho, and micro was pretty decent. I don't know if I topped it or what, because the entire classical list wasn't sent, but it was pretty decent. I scored 70 out of 100 in micro. Patho was 76. Theory, I'm telling, in out of 100. So that's, if you are a medical student, you would know those scores are nice. Not average also, a little above average, but I know that I could do better. But given the fact that I didn't complete syllabus on time, heavily underprepared, these were the scores I wasn't expecting. I was highly predictive that I was to fail these subjects, but I don't know what miracle I passed and I scored 2. But pharma was pretty yeah, pharma, really need to up my game in pharma. So I'm just trying to be at par. It's not going to be that bad. I know it's not going to be that bad. But the groove of me having to actually sit down and get this, like, I can't rely on motivation. I want to rely on momentum. Like, one thing is done. And that tick marks on your to-do list, it kind of keeps the momentum going, telling you, Shreya, you're so close. You're so close to completing it all. But given first year and now, I am approaching it with a lot more calmer and cooler. Ashreya 5 hours ago wouldn't have said this. She would have bawled her eyes out telling her, my life is falling apart. I am not worth anything. But that's not true. I have very, very bad mood swings. Very bad. I am well aware of it. So when I'm feeling shitty, I feel absolute rock bottom. But when I am really going through the emotions of highs, I am just there lingering and feeling all that is, reaping all that is that the feeling has to offer. That second year MVP is for you, Shreya. When you would be in internship, you would attend back to this video, wonder that as compared to internship, this life would have been much more better, where you intentionally spoil your sleep rather than an entire I wouldn't say authority, entire what is okay, the entire the department or the college spoiling sleep for you. uh, Again, I want to work on my speech. I will work on my speech. I've been learning new English words, you see, to add more to my vocabulary. Yesterday's word was tenacious. Today's word scaffolding. And one more. Oblivious. There are like 4 new words that I added to my book. I'll look the meaning up right now.